Hi, I'm HEALYMEANS. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a natural hair video. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm just checking in with you because I know you've been checking in with me and I sure appreciate it. So many of you have contacted me asking me how I'm doing. Is everything okay? Where have I been? And I appreciate it because it means that, you've been checking for me and thank you. So I did incur an injury about 2 weeks back. And in the midst of recovering, I did have a setback, so that has delayed everything. Not just social media world, but personal world, real life world, like life. So of course, I've been prioritizing the life, and I'm easing my way back into social media and YouTube life. Speaking of that, take a moment to subscribe to my channel, click that notifications bell, make sure it is set to all, like, comment, and share with everyone you know. And now let's get into this video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you already know what it is. I only have actually 30 minutes now. I might be able to squeeze like 35 to do something to my hair before I am out the door for the day. I have not been doing recorded wash days, obviously, but I have been washing my hair, y'all. I promise I've been washing my hair. Just recently, let me see. So today is Thursday. So I believe it was on Tuesday. Might have been yesterday, y'all. I don't remember. But I washed my hair with the Be Care Love Naturals Repair and Reconstruct line. I believe I did a video on this. Make sure y'all go ahead and check that out. That's a reminder for me to hurry up. I used this shampoo. It was okay. It cleanses. It doesn't strips. It gets the job done. And then I use the rinse out conditioner that I've had in my hair for at least 24 hours, maybe up to 48. I just rinsed that out right before recording this video. And I'm just going to do some twist. Quick style, y'all know my go-to. It looks halfway decent, enough to get me out the door and see it in public. These two products I talked about is a recently new combo, or I probably did it like a long time ago, y'all, and now it's just refreshing my memory. I mixed the Camille Rose Naturals Curlaid Moisture Butter with the Silk Elements Pure Oils Moisturizing Marmalade. I mixed those two together, my little mixing jar, y'all. So I have that, and then I poured the majority of it in this jar. Y'all, I have a bunch of these jars and stuff. Like when I make little concoctions and stuff like that, I store them in these jars because it keeps the product dry. It keeps it cool, away from sunlight, everything else that might mess with it. So I'm going to be using this today. And I just mixed this up right before the video too. So I'm going to use the little bit I have in here. And then I'll start using from the jar because y'all know how I am about sticking my fingers in jars. Even when I mix it, I'll make it myself, y'all. Just sticking. And I just wash my hands and everything. And yes, I do have some long nails and some short nails, y'all. I'm going to even it out when I get the time, but I'm not in a rush. So I'm going to start with the back, and you can see my hair is drying out. It's not dry, but it's definitely drying out and puffing up. I kind of like this though. I do. I kind of like this big, y'all, big hair. That's me. That's me. That's me. So this is nothing in my hair. Rinsing out the Be Care Love Naturals Repair and Reconstruct Conditioner. And now I have my warm water in my spray bottle. I'm just going to do 4 twists in the back and probably 3 on each side, maybe 2. We'll see depending on how much time I have left, because y'all know how it is. The less time I have, the quicker I'm going and the bigger the twist. So, all right, I wet my hair down. Y'all know me in parts. We just ain't even. And I have this. Let me just put this because I had that on my rat tail. I use my rat tail to mix everything together. And I'm just going to try to go down the back. We will clamp up this one side, or clip up this one side. And then I'll work on this side, y'all. And I'm talking about like real simple. Like just divide this in a semblance of a half. I always end up with more hair on the top than on the bottom. See, that's obviously not. It might be the half of my head, but it's not the half of my hair. So let's see, y'all. And I'm fumbling and mumbling. But for my natural hair community, the subscribers who follow me for my natural hair comment, I miss y'all. I do. But part of the injury that I had was on my hands, and tried doing a video where you have to use your hands like a lot and intricately. This is different from my garden videos, which I ain't even really get a lot of those out, but I got some of those out. But it was easier for me to do those type videos than these, because with this, my hand is wet. I have product all on them. And I couldn't do that. Couldn't do that at the time. So I am just putting this on my strands. Y'all know rhyme or reason as far as like amounts, overdoing it, underdoing it, being heavy-handed. Well, y'all already know I'm heavy-handed, but not really paying attention to any of that because I still got to change my clothes. So, y'all, what's been going on with me besides the injury? That kind of puts a downer and a bummer on a lot of stuff, you know, depending on the injury, depending on what the situation is. It just really had me kind of, I don't know, down in the dumps a little bit. I kind of fell off of my 30-day challenge. I believe, let me see what's that. I'm just starting into the second week. So the first week of the challenge, even though I did lose some weight, I went more off script than I wanted to. But I'm trying to get back on track. Again, I'm doing this with the least amount of stress or pressure. I'm not beating myself up if I go off script. I'm not trying to make changes that will frustrate me or just, you know, just have like a negative vibe to it. I'm trying not to do that. And when I did this the last time, just being cool, calm, and collective, you know, just taking it one day at a time, one meal at a time, one thought at a time, you know, whatever that. See, look at this. Y'all, I don't have time to undo this. But just being patient with myself, being forgiving, being deliberate in my decisions and my actions, and being okay with my choices no matter what. You know, thinking about the decisions that I'm making, acknowledging them, but then just moving forward. Y'all, just not sitting in stuff for too long. Because I am a wholehearted believer in acknowledging things. I don't believe in glossing over, trying to hurry up and run through situations and circumstances and stuff. I used to do that for a while, and it was not beneficial to my physical, emotional, or mental health. So now, when things come up, it could be something positive. It don't always have to be something bad, but, you know, I acknowledge, okay, this is this thought, this is this feeling, this is these words, you know, these are these actions. I acknowledge that they exist because they do. I contemplate the situation, and then I move forward. Now, sometimes sitting with something could be a couple seconds. Sometimes it could be a couple minutes, a couple hours, a couple days, maybe even a week. But I try not to go too long sitting with something before I have my plan of how I'm going to move forward. Again, just using my combo of the Camille Rose Curl-Aid and the Silk Elements Moisturizing Marmalade. Y'all, I think I only have maybe two or three jars left of that moisturizing marmalade. Y'all know the story. That's the product that broke my 2-year no-buy. I bought like 10 jars. This was, y'all, I don't know, 2022, 2023, probably 2022. Y'all, I don't know. Anyway, I'm running down on my jars, and I don't think that Sally sells this anymore. I don't think that they do. I'm not sure. If I ever find it or if it ever comes up, y'all, why I dropped the comb on the floor? Why? Why? But y'all know I have like 3 other combs up here, but still, that's the one I wanted to use. But I only have like 2, maybe 3 jars of the moisturizing marmalade left. And then I need to find a replacement. Now, if you have never seen the Silk Elements Moisturizing Marmalade, it is a very loose, thin gel. Almost like an aloe vera gel. I don't know if it's aloe vera based. I'm just trying to see if aloe is in here at all. I don't see it right offhand, so it might not be an aloe vera based gel. But if you know aloe vera, it's like that. Like a liquidy aloe vera consistency. And I just really enjoy it. It is very affordable. And now it's almost gone. So I need to find a replacement of something that's that I could replace it with. Y'all forgive me for the fumbling and mumbling, but I'm trying to keep track of the time, trying to be present in the video, but thinking about all the stuff I gotta do after I finish recording this to get ready to get out the door on time. I need a trim. I feel my ends, they feel raggedy. Y'all, I need a trim. I need a trim. Got a little bit of shed hair. Y'all, my hair have been feeling not quite right. And I'm not talking about just needing a trim, but it's feeling not quite right. I'm not sure exactly. It's feeling thin. It's feeling airy. It's not feeling full. It's feeling thin. It is feeling drier, and I definitely put that on the time of year because I think, y'all, today's July 31st. I think we getting ready to hit August. The temperatures are definitely warm. In my area in Southern California, it is drier. We don't have high humidity. Look at that. See this compared to this. Let's part that. And I tried, let me see. I tried to part even across. Y'all, but my hair not even. So I just use that for an excuse of why the part's not even. Y'all, me and parts, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is about the parts. All right, I'm almost out of what I have in this bowl. Might have enough to finish this twist. And then I'm going to pour some more out the jar into this bowl. I really like this mixture, and I believe I did a YouTube short. Oh no, I did a community post where I was showing you what these products look like when you first start mixing them. They look sus. They look like curds and whey. This is not something I should put on my hair. But as I mentioned in that community post, something told me just keep mixing, just keep mixing, just keep mixing, and I did. And then I came out with this very creamy very creamy, very smooth mixture of these products. And I'm so glad that I kept mixing and didn't just give up on the initial visuals of what I saw, because I was like, oh no, I'm not putting this in my hair. But it turned out to be a very smooth and creamy combination of products, and they work really well. The Camille Rose Curlade, of course, provides the moisture and the sweet scent. And then the Silk Elements Marmalade provides the definition and the hold. So it's just exactly what I need. It's exactly what I need at this time, y'all. And I did it again. But again, I'm not undoing these twists. I don't have the time. Now, I actually thought about doing this, using these products, this combo, as a wash and go. And I'm running out, y'all. I'm running out of the Curlade. So I don't think I have enough left to do that. But if I have another jar of the Curlade, because I definitely have another jar of the Silk Elements somewhere down the line, y'all. Somewhere down the line, I'm going to do it. Because I actually had my hair in, I just parted my hair down the middle. And so I had like 2 ponytails. And I applied the product. And I just let it sit. And then I kind of banded the top, you know, like banded the plait and just let the bottom hang loose. It wasn't on purpose. I wasn't trying to stretch or nothing like that. I think I started ponytailing my hair. And y'all, I don't know. I got tired. Something came up. I don't know. And I stopped, you know, twisting up the holder on my hair. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Okay, this. And anyway, I looked at the bottom. I looked at the bottom of my hair where the ponytail holder had stopped. And it was very defined, very curly. It looked very nice. And I was like, oh, you know what? This might be a good combo for a wash and go. So I might try that down the line. But y'all, yeah, my hair has just been feeling off. I must admit that I have not been, you know, having the most consistent hair care regimen. Like I said, I had the injury that, you know, my hands, I couldn't have them wet or filled with product, and it wasn't going to work. Trying to wear gloves and then also do it, that wasn't going to work. And even before the injury, I was focused on my garden work, and I've been outside a lot. And y'all, the effort that it takes for these wash days for me, and to go through all of that work and then just to basically go down the drain within minutes or hours, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it, and, you know, for the most part, I didn't do it. I still have my products for the next Alphabet Series 2025 video, which is the letter F. And y'all, you already know, I ended up with Maui Moisture Bamboo Fibers, because F for fibers. Y'all, that was the only thing I could find. And I was glad I found that. Now for G, I have no idea what's going to be for G. And y'all, for the letters that I just don't have products for, I'm just going to pull something out and use it. And hopefully I can find the letter in one word of either the brand name or the line or the main ingredient, you know, or something to try to keep it with the alphabet, y'all. But no. It's not really seeming to work out like that. I mean, I had a better time for the original Alphabet Series videos. Y'all check out that playlist and check out those videos. I have no idea what I'm going to use for the letter G. No idea. If you want to check out any of my stash videos, if you see something that I could use for the letter G, let me know. Let me know. But I do have the products. They right here. The Maui Moisture Thicken and Restore plus bamboo fibers. That sounds like something that I need. All right, so the back is done. Let me just turn around right quick. See if I can turn without busting my knees. So see, very simple. Just 4 twists in the back. Very simple. Now let's work on the front, and my hair is drying. My hair is drying out a good little bit. A little bit of shed hair on my fingers. But y'all, like I said, my hair is feeling kind of thin. It's feeling, you know, not strong. So maybe this Thicken and Restore bamboo fibers, maybe that's just the products that I need. You know, it lined up right on time. But something else that I think might help my hair, and something I said that I wanted to do for I don't know how long. I've had the products for years. Like I literally just opened the box, y'all, for the first time right before this video. And I looked at the receipt, and I bought these products in 2023. Almost a full 2 years ago. I bought them in September of 2023. And this is something that I've been wanting to do, just kind of like try out for a while. And I have never done it, but I'm getting closer to actually doing it. Now that I have pulled the products out, I brought them up here to my bathroom because I had them in a cabinet downstairs, y'all. So y'all remember I have been saying that I don't want to permanently dye my hair. I'm not really trying to get rid of my grays, but I would like to see how my hair looks all one color or mostly one color. These 2 products I have, I definitely want to try. And they are Pure Henna and Pure Indigo. These 2 products. And these are by Henna Cosmetics. And like I said, I bought these almost 2 years ago. Still sealed in the pack. I also bought, and I'm not sure why I got these, but I got lemon peel powder, and this says it's a herbal supplement. And then I also got orange peel powder, but this one says it's a hair conditioner, hair cleanser. The lemon peel says that it's a herbal supplement. So y'all, it been 2 years. Who knows what my reasoning was at the time. But for the henna and the indigo, I definitely, that was to dye my hair, color my hair, whatever you want to say. And they are chemical free, ammonia free, peroxide free, 100% organic, 100% natural. And it says semi-permanent hair coloring. And the reason why I have the indigo and the henna is because I know when you color your hair with henna, it gives you those red tones. And I don't really want red tones. I don't mind, you know, maybe some brown tones or something like that. But I don't want like red. I don't want red hair. So I have the indigo to pare it down and make it like a dark brown, darker color. So anyway, I have the products. Y'all have seen them. Now I feel even more you know, inclined to use them before another 2 years pass. Let me see. Oh my goodness, I have 7 minutes. Yo, what a time went. I have 7 minutes. Dang, I had just told y'all I had 30 minutes. Now I have 7 minutes. Let me see. I'm gonna do 3 on this side. Yeah, I'm gonna do 3 in the front, y'all, but I gotta hurry up because y'all know I'm not gonna finish 6 twists in 7 minutes. But we are going to do what we could do. All right, just put a little bit more of that in the bowl. And look how creamy that is. Y'all see that? It is so creamy. But I didn't use a lot of the pure oils because I was more just for this mix, y'all. And you know, sometimes I mix it 50-50, Sometimes I mix it a little bit more of the Camille Rose because I'm focused on moisture. Sometimes I do a little bit more of the moisturizing marmalade because I want like that slick, sleek definition and hold. This time I believe I put more Camille Rose, but then that also means that I get a less sleek and defined look. And I like at least around the roots, I like them to be more sleek, especially in the front, y'all. But today I don't have time, and I already know, I can already feel that the same thing with these twists, trying to get the hair even on both sides. I already know I didn't do it, but y'all, I don't have time. I don't have time. I'm already gonna go over the 7 minutes, but I already have my clothes laid out, so that's good. I really just wanted to come on and just spend a little time with you in a natural hair setting and not a garden setting or unboxing. Y'all, speaking of unboxing, I know y'all saw my YouTube short, another USPS rant. Y'all, it is so funny. I had somebody I said something about USPS, and y'all know for like the last couple of times I've been saying, you know, I'm at my most favoriteest place, you know, USPS. And somebody was like, I know you joking, the post office is horrible, you know, they lose packages, they this, they that. And I'm like, yeah, you probably haven't seen my other you know, any of my other little YouTube shorts or videos about the post office. Yes, the post office is horrible, but I continue to use it because for the moment it's still the more affordable method of me you know, receiving and sending packages and stuff like that. And I have this post office box, and you know, changing the post office box and just making sure that everybody have the new information and stuff like that, it's a headache. And the longer you have the post office box, to me, you know, the longer you have it, the more headache it is switching everything over, making sure that people send stuff to the new address, making sure that you get out the information about the new address and keep putting it out over and over again for a while until, you know, the new address becomes normal. Y'all, I just, you know, I just ain't feel like, at this point, I just still don't feel like doing it, but eventually I will. So anyway, y'all, back to the latest USPS versus TEMU debacle. Y'all, I say tobacco. Yes, indeed, debacle. I had ordered just a few little things. Well, going back, okay, so my first TEMU order that I submitted, it ended up going back to the sender. It ended up, you know, going back to TEMU, and I got a refund. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, that is one good thing about TEMU. Like, if you have an issue, you know, with your order, whatever it may be, you know, they are fairly quick. In my case, very quick, but they quick to resolve it. So what happened was the delivery company for that specific order, come to find out that that delivery company does not deliver to post office boxes. But they don't say that in their description or anything like that. It doesn't say it anywhere. So I didn't know that. So of course they delivered, they found out that it was a post office. And, you know, I got a note saying, you know, hey, contact them, you know, to try to schedule redelivery. Well, I did contact the company, and they're no longer authorized to do a second delivery. They can't do a second delivery. The guy said a whole bunch of explanation, but basically they couldn't do a second delivery. And after the first delivery, they found that it was a post office box. They just immediately shipped it back, you know, to the seller, to TEMU, wherever it went back to. And I was like, dang, y'all don't even do a second delivery? And I could have gave you a second address. Like, nope. So that went back. I got a refund, and I ended up reordering most, if not all, of those things because I wanted the products. And y'all know me, it's mostly stuff for the garden, household, little gadgets and stuff like that. Well, I then ordered a small order, and that order came, it arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, why the delivery man put it in a blue outgoing USPS mailbox? Y'all. And again, these were things that I wanted. I mean, I'm not going to buy it if I don't want it. And I contacted TEMU. I explained to them the situation. I tried to contact, did I contact the company? No, I just contacted TEMU. I explained to them the situation. Oh, I did. I did a chat thing with the company. And just long story short, they said, okay, hey, we just going to give you a refund. I said, because it's going back out. Now, of course, the address to deliver to is still me, but by going in the outgoing mail, they're either going to return it back to sender because they thinking, oh, well, this must be the wrong address. You know, the person put it in the outgoing mail, or it could be weeks or months before it come back to me, if ever. So I ended up just getting a refund for that. And I went on Amazon, and one of the 3 items that I ordered, I reordered through Amazon at like at least 3 times the price, but I needed it. So I got it, y'all. And I am moderately certain that many of the items sold on Amazon are the same items sold on TEMU, because like literally the description and the images, the advertisement, the words is like 99.9% the same. But you just get, you know, Amazon charges many times the price. Now, there is an argument to be had on both sides. When you order from TEMU, you ordering straight from China, from TEMU. I mean, it's a Chinese company. Everybody already know that. When you're ordering from Amazon, all their products is from China. Not all, but you know, a large majority, just like Walmart and everywhere else, a large majority of their products are from China. But at least at some point is passing through some, you hope, some American hands. And you know, you hopefully supporting somebody in America is getting some of that money. So, you know, I go back and forth on it. It's definitely a personal choice. I'm not telling anybody to shop at TEMU. I'm not telling anybody to shop at Amazon. If you shop at TEMU, you know, I have my little code and stuff like that. I mean, of course, I would appreciate if you support me if you're going to order from TEMU anyway. You know what I'm saying? Use my little code just one time. I'm just asking you to use it one time. You know, and support me like that. But I'm by no means, I'm not, you know, like arguing for TEMU. I'm not arguing for Amazon. I'm just saying, I look at the descriptions. Because matter of fact, the product that I was looking for that I ended up not getting from TEMU, the one in that small order of 3 items, I went to Amazon and it was literally the exact same thing. When I tell you exact, it was the exact same thing. Maybe it was the same company selling on both Amazon and TEMU because it was made in China. I don't know, but my coins is still tight. I have to manage my money. And y'all, I'm putting all this product on here probably because, y'all, I'm rushing. Did I do 3 twists? Yeah, I did 3 twists on this side. And put a little bit of water, not too much, because I am 4 minutes over the time. Y'all, and this is a long, this is a long video, but I just wanted to spend some time with you. Want to do my hair in real time without a lot of crops and edits. They're going to have some, though, y'all. Because, like, when the ambulance passed by and stuff like that, I tried to cut out all of that extra noise. But trying to do this in real time with you. Spend some time with my natural hair community and those of you who are subscribed to me for my natural hair content. As you can see, my hair is still growing. I still, you know, have a good amount of hair on my head. Sometimes it seems like, I don't know, I feel like my hair is overall, like it's starting to thin. I feel like it's starting to thin out. That I'm not too happy about, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. I still have enough to cover my head and enough to produce some content for y'all, because y'all, I have still so many products to use, and I plan on using those products. It was a time where I thought about doing giveaways and stuff. I was gonna do it, y'all. I had it all planned out. You heard the story before. And then COVID came, and I just scrapped the whole idea. But it was going to be a massive giveaway. Sometimes I still think about it, but at this point, most of these products are several years old. And I'm not up for no lawsuits. So this is going to be the last two. I'm trying to even this out, y'all, to where I parted my hair. But at this point, I can't. I can't. Y'all, in the traffic. I gotta go through traffic and all of that. And I was trying to set myself up to get to the place a little bit early, just so I wouldn't have to be breaking my neck running. Because the parking is about a 7-minute walk from the building, because when I park, it's probably going to be up on the 3rd or the 4th level. You know, I got to get out the car, get to the elevator, get down there, then walk from the building, from the parking garage to the building, you know, get up on the floor, get up, you know, all of that stuff take time. A lot of people don't, you know, account for that. They just think, oh, you know, the GPS says, you know, 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. That's you just getting to the address. That's not you finding parking. And like I said, if you going into a multi-level parking garage, you know, getting into the building itself, getting to the correct floor, the correct office, with, you know, all of that stuff takes time. You don't just magically arrive at the address and then, like I Dream a Genie, pop into the building. So I tried to give myself extra time, and I ended up not doing that. I still gotta change my clothes. At least I ain't gotta worry about no makeup though. Y'all, my tan is still, it's in full effect. I like it though. I really like it. I have just been cleansing my skin, keeping it moisturized, and just, you know, just going from there. I'm just doing it. You know, yes, I still have the acne scars and stuff like that, but I mean, you know, y'all, look, would I like to conceal them from time to time? Yes. And at some point, either I will, you know, my tan will, you know, fade away, or I will endeavor to find, you know, makeup that matches this new tanned look. We got a better chance of rolling into wintertime and the tan fading away than for me finding new makeup. This is how much left I have of the combo. Again, it was a mix of the Camille Rose Curlade and the Pure Rose Moisturizing Marmalade. Y'all, let's pause for the thumbnail. These are the twists. Get a little bit closer so you can see. These are the twists. I like the way that they come out. I probably should have put something on the end, y'all, but I don't have time. So hopefully you can see all of the twists, how they come out. The ones in the back are always thicker than the ones in the front. But yeah, y'all, this is what I'm working with. I don't even have time to do no swoopy swoops or no loop-de-loops or nothing like that. Y'all want to see a video on this. Now, I need to go back through and look at some other videos and just refresh myself on how to mix these products, because I know one thing I think people mix with water, and then the other thing you mix with a rinse out conditioner. You have to let it sit overnight or for several hours. Then you apply it to your hair. Then you have to let that sit for several hours. You rinse it out. Don't wash your hair for 24 to 48 hours. Y'all, I don't know. It's a whole process. It is a whole process. You know, I'm going to figure it out. You know what? Let me step back and, you know what I'm saying? This will be a thumbnail for the video when I actually do it, y'all. Or I don't know. This might be a like a community post where I'm showing y'all that I'm gonna be using these products like eventually. But y'all got the scoop on this video, so y'all know first. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Click that notifications bell. Make sure it is set to all. Like, comment, and share with everyone you know. And until next time, be safe, be well, and be blessed.